What's up, YouTube? We are back, and it is a beautiful day. Today, I want to give you the 4 main reasons why you should consider starting a CNC woodworking business. So, number 1, it is going to speed up the rate at which you can produce products immensely. So, for example, I've got these little treetop blocks here, something that I ran on my machine. They're great for kids. I've got 2 young kids, 7 and 9. Apparently, I don't know how to stack these. I've got 2 young kids, 7 and 9. They absolutely love playing with these. Very simple, but you just stack them. They turn into little trees. But you build a big old tower, and at some point, they're probably all gonna fall over. And we know how kids are. They love that kind of stuff. So, treetop blocks, you stack them how you want. I ran a set of 26 of these in 15 minutes. Now, I don't know any other type of woodworking process where you could cut 26 of these in 15 minutes, right? So be it a bandsaw, a scroll saw, a jigsaw, some type of handsaw. I just don't think that you're gonna cut 26 of these in 15 minutes. And even if you could, you probably don't want to, right? You're gonna be hunched over trying to cut them. It's gonna be probably a strain on your back, probably a strain on your eyes because you're focused and trying not to cut your finger off, right? So it's gonna speed up the time at which you can make these or anything similar a ton. But not only that, while the machine is cutting these pieces out, I can be off doing something entirely different. So where I've got my machine, it's my shop, my store, it's my house. So I could be off doing laundry, I could be doing dishes. I've gone and played video games before while this thing's running and cutting pieces for me, right? So it's just gonna save you a ton of time, and it's gonna free up some of your time. You could be working on the next file, the next CAD/CAM program for the next piece or whatever it might be. So that's number 1. Number 2, the possibilities with this machine. So I run a Onefinity X50 woodworker. There's all different types of desktop CNCs. I think Onefinity is the best. I am not sponsored or anything like that. That's just my true opinion. I have the machine and I absolutely love it. But the possibilities truly are endless. Sure, the machine has its limitations, right? Like, it's not gonna be ideal for every type of woodworking. The cut area is 32 by 32. I've got like a 3-inch clearance on the height of a piece that I can cut, right? So it certainly has its limitations. You're probably not gonna build like a dresser out of parts that you cut on a CNC machine. Not to say that you can't, it's just probably not the most effective way to do it, right? So it's only gonna make sense for certain things. But that being said, the possibilities with the machine are just endless. There's so many things you can make. I mean, it's infinite, right? It depends on the ideas that you can come up with. And you don't have to just cut wood. With my machine, that's probably all I'll ever cut and all I really want to do. But with my machine, you can cut soft metals like aluminum or brass. You could cut different types of plastics. So again, possibilities are just endless. And it's a fun, creative outlet. So if you're a creative person, if you're kind of artistic and you want a nice little, entrepreneurial side hustle that's not gonna take a ton of money and a ton of time, and it's gonna give you just endless freedom as far as creativity goes, CNC is where it's at. I promise. That's probably my biggest reason, I would say, that I love it. I love when somebody comes to me with a general idea. Sometimes somebody will come to you with like basically just a very basic idea on what they want, and they leave all the creativity up to you. I absolutely love that. I also don't mind when somebody comes with, a little more of a rigid framework on what they want to see out of the project, but you still, have, a little bit of freedom there to design and create what you would like to see, or what you think is going to be beautiful and what you think they're going to like, right? So I just absolutely love that. I love the creative freedom to design what I want, and if somebody's not coming to me with a project that they want made, I'm creating whatever I feel like, right? And I love that aspect. So that's number 2. Number 3 is it's relatively easy to learn and get into. You could spend probably a month's time or less. Honestly, if you're a fairly smart person, I would say you could spend a week. I'm a slow learner. I promise you I'm not that smart. I would say for somebody like me, it's gonna take me a month to sit down, take it serious, watch a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do this kind of stuff, and then I'm gonna know plenty to get up and get going, right? So easy to learn and get into. Again, I promise you can do this. If you continue to follow along with the videos that I start to put out here, I will go through the process step by step. I'll take you through the CAD/CAM program, how to design a piece, how to get the code over to the machine and get it running. So we're going to go through that whole process. I promise you can do it. That's number 3, easy to learn. Number 4, it's pretty easy to get into price-wise. So I would say for under $3,000, you're gonna be all in, up and running, ready to go. So I bought my machine off of Facebook Marketplace for $2,000. Now I have the Onefinity X50 woodworker. I believe brand new, it was probably around $2,500, I think. That is just the machine. It did not include a table. So again, I bought mine off of Facebook Marketplace for $2,000, so $500 cheaper, and I got a table with it. So I got a good deal. I see them for sale all the time on Facebook Marketplace, so I would suggest looking there if you're looking for a slightly lower price. But again, you could probably get one brand new for still under $3,000. Now, you're going to need a few other things, as far as bits, the tooling that you're going to use to actually cut the wood. You might want to get a website up and running so that you have somewhere to sell. For me, in my property, it's also a storefront, so I have a storefront to sell my products from. I really do need to get around to getting a website up and going, which hopefully will happen. We're towards the end of January here, so hopefully by the end of February, my website will be functional, and hopefully I will have products that people can buy. But again, I have a storefront to sell from. You don't need a storefront to sell from. I would say you could probably sell more, depending on your location. You could probably sell more online than you could from a storefront. I live in a very small town, very small population, so my storefront doesn't really do a lot of business. I would be much better off trying to sell online. So again, something I need to get around to, but we haven't got there yet. But that is basically it. Those are my 4 main reasons. I'll go through them again here quick. Number 1, it speeds up the process at which you can make products. Number 2, it's just a fun, creative outlet, nice little side hustle for anybody who's artistic and creative. Number 3, it's very easy to learn and get into. And number 4, price point, very low, again, easy to get into. So those are the 4 main reasons why you should consider starting your own CNC woodworking business. Now again, if this is something that you're interested in learning more about, please subscribe to the channel, and we will be going through step by step how to do all these things. Other than that, I think tomorrow I'm going to do a video a little more in depth on how much money you really could make with these. Even with something simple like these treetop blocks. Again, this is going to be the example I use tomorrow. It's actually pretty crazy. I was running some numbers today, and just based on the time it took to run these and what I think I could sell them for, the amount of money that you can make a year if you just focused on like one product, it's actually kind of nuts. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, I think, and then hopefully maybe by the end of the week here we'll actually maybe go through some projects. We'll show the machine running and cutting, and yeah, we'll go from there. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what's helpful, and we'll see you soon.